So this is Teacher Bwalya. I will be taking you today in mathematics. So last time in maths we were looking at time in hours. We were telling time in hours. And we said that when telling time in hours, you're supposed to follow where the shorthand is pointing. The number at which the shorthand is pointing, that's the first number that you write. If it's a single digit, you have to include a 0 at first before you write that number. So now, since we've talked about what we learned last time, we are going to be looking at time today in the morning. How to tell time in the morning. So we are going to be telling time in the morning. We want to know what time you can say good morning to someone. So we are saying when telling time in the morning, you also follow the same way we were doing last time we were telling time in hours. But you need to know what time morning starts. So we are saying the morning starts at 01 hours. So we are saying morning starts at 01 hours. So the moment it is 01 hours, you can easily tell someone good morning. But you're also supposed to know when you're supposed to stop telling someone good morning. So since we are saying that morning starts at 01 hours, therefore the morning ends at 11:59 hours. So you stop telling someone or you stop greeting someone good morning exactly at 11:59 hours. So it is saying morning starts at 01 hours and ends at 11:59 hours. So starting from 01 hours to 11:59 hours, you can tell someone good morning. So now we want to know how we are supposed to tell time in the morning by looking at the clocks that we have on the chart. So here on the chart we've got about 3 clocks that are showing time in the morning. So we've got the first clock which is in a purple color. We said that when telling time you're supposed to follow where the shorthand is pointing. And we've got 2 hands here on the clock. We've got the red one and the green one. Now we're saying when telling time you have to follow the shorthand. So on these 2 hands we have got green and red. Therefore the green one is the shorthand. So on the green one it is pointing at 6. And 6 is a single digit number. So therefore when writing the time, instead of starting with 6, you're going to start with a 0. So you get your pencil, you write a 0 there in front because 6 is a single digit number. Then you will write 6, then 2 zeros there. By writing so or doing so, you have written time in the morning. So our time on this clock is showing 06 hours. If we look at the other clock, which is in red, we are also going to tell time in the morning by finding by trying to see where the shorthand is pointing. So the shorthand is in green. Where is it pointing? It is pointing at 11. So we are going to write 11 here. We are not going to include a 0 when starting to write number 11 because it is a 2-digit number. So we are just going to write 11, 2 zeros there, and that's it. And we can say our time 11 hours, meaning it's in the morning. So our time here on the clock is 11 hours. Then we also have the third clock, which is in orange. So even with the third clock, you're going to check where the shorthand is pointing. Therefore, the shorthand is pointing at number 2. So you do not follow the long hand because the long hand always points at 12 when it is talking about time in hours. So the shorthand is pointing at 2. So our time here is going to be 02 hours because we are still telling time in the morning. So we are going to write 02 hours. We'll start with the 0 because it is pointing at a number which is a single digit number. So here we're going to write 0, 2, again 2 zeros. So our time there in the morning it is 02 hours. So that is how we tell time in the morning. Like it was said, the time in the morning starts at 01 and it ends at 11:59 hours. So now we are going to see how we can also tell time, how we're supposed to write time to see if we have gotten the way we're writing here on the charts. So now for the exercise, we are going to draw these clocks that are on the board and we are going to write the time below. If it is pointing at a number which is a single digit number, you start by writing a 0 there. Then you write the number and you add 2 zeros. Then you also tell time. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. Always remember, the first number that you write, it is where the shorthand is pointing. Do not follow the long hand, but the shorthand. Here, you check where the shorthand is pointing. It's pointing at 9, so you'll be able to write the time here in hours. You got to number 2, you do the same. You check where the shorthand is pointing. The shorthand is in yellow, so you check at which number is it pointing at. Then you write that number. If it is pointing at a number which is having 2 digits, you do not add a 0 at first. You just write down that particular number. But if it is pointing at a single digit number, you start by writing a 0 in front before you can write that particular number. This video was shot by Fountain School. Thank you.